this existence is just super weird. The experience that we have on planet Earth and the way we interact with each other and the way we interact with ourselves. I mean, we're constantly labeling others with everything. Everything's a label. Are you a Christian? Are you a Jew? Are you a Democrat? Are you a Republican? We attach these labels to people, and then when we get a label attached to ourselves, like, is that who we become? Is that who we are? Do we let the labels, the definitions of others apply to us? And yeah, maybe we have certain political beliefs or we have certain religious beliefs, but does that make us who we are? To other people, that's probably true. They attach a label to us and they see us as that. That's just the way it is, unless we do something to change that label. I mean, I carry a lot of wounds with me from past experiences. We all do. But does that define us? Do those wounds make me who I am? No. Do they make you who you are? No. It's a part of the experience. It's a part of what has led us to this point right now of sitting in this nature trail talking to the camera. Like, all of those experiences led me to this moment, but none of them define who I am as a person. The only thing that defines me as a person is what I want to create for myself today and tomorrow. And that goes for you too. Who do you want to be? Who are you in your soul? Who are you? And you can't let anybody's labels change that. Even that internal voice, the one that's always trying to tell you who you are and what you can and can't do, that's not accurate either. You know in your soul who you are. I guess what I'm trying to say here is that your experience does not identify you as a person. Somebody who's super wealthy can become broke overnight, and then what happens to that identity? Who is that person now that he or she can't identify as a rich man, a wealthy woman, now that the resources are gone? And that happens. And the same goes for somebody who is broke, who's poor. Tomorrow that could all change. And if there's that mindset of, oh, I'm a broke person, then the experience doesn't match the mindset. And that is where problems arise. And it's so easy to fall into that trap of when you're experiencing struggles in life of starting to say, well, I guess this is just how it is. This is who I am. These are the situations that I find myself in life. And then we're going to see more of those and we're going to experience more of those. And that is a problem because the experience does not define who we are as a person. The person will go through some of these experiences and understand that it's changeable and say, this experience doesn't match who I am as a person. What choices would the person I know I am make to get out of the situation? And then we start to see some change. We have those voices in our heads. But what if those voices in our heads aren't really us? What if the voices in our head is the compilation of years and years and years of other experiences in life, of things other people have told us, of things that our parents raised us to believe, or things that our spouses have raised us to believe, and now suddenly those voices are still in our heads and they're still making choices for us every day. They're still talking us out of experiencing things. They're still holding us back instead of cheering us on. I think we can't just go in there and change that and say, oh, I'm going to change the voice in my head, because it's become such a part of us and it's just in our head all the time, just yapping. And it's like, okay, stop. But I think once we realize that that's not necessarily our voice talking to us, and we start becoming aware that we can change it, that we can start to change that story and start to change the way that our own voice talks to us, we're going to start to see some changes in our own life. We can use our current experiences either as a motivation to change our experience to something better, or as an excuse to keep things the same. Keeping things the same is often the easier choice because you don't have to do anything. You just do exactly what you did yesterday and you know exactly what to expect. Where it gets difficult is starting to make change and starting to make different choices and starting to just change your behavior and not do everything that inner voice tells you to do and not let it make excuses for you. If you're currently experiencing your very best life and you have every car you've ever dreamed of and you have a giant mansion and you have a perfect spouse and all of that stuff is great. It does not define who you are. If that all went away tomorrow, what's left? Who's the person standing there without any of the stuff, without any of that experience? That is the real person. That's the real person. Without all that stuff, do you know who you are? And without anything at all, do you know who you are? Those are some powerful questions to ask yourself.